This is a series of 100 films about Japanese places I've been, and this is a film about the busiest crosswalk in the world. Part 1. The Hachiko Crossing. Shibuya is one of the 23 special wards in Tokyo Prefecture in the Kanto region, the area around Tokyo, on the island of Honshu in eastern Japan. It's serviced by the Yamanote Line, the Shonan Shinjuku Line, the Saikyo Line, the Tokyu Denentoshi Line, the Tokyu Toyoko Line, the Ginza Subway Line, the Hanzomon Subway Line, the Fuktoshin Subway Line, and the Narita Express. The first time I went here was my first full day in Japan. I had taken an hour-long train from Chigasaki, the suburb where I was staying, Nihon. Getting off at Shinjuku Station, I decided to walk down to Shibuya, which takes about an hour, depending on how fast you go, but it's a great walk. The road you take goes by Yoyogi Park in Harajuku, right to the Hachiko Crossing, which is the busiest crosswalk in the world. I remember crossing the street with thousands of other people. It might have been the jet lag, but as I made it to the other side, I literally, and this was for the first time in my life, felt overwhelmed. I literally felt short of breath, a bit dizzy. You see, I'm Canadian, from a country where it is hard to find crowded places, even in our densest cities. And this was the busiest crosswalk I'd ever been through. Every time the light changed, there are 4,000 people on the move. So I just spent a moment and I looked over the crowds and I saw something that made me rather bemused, namely the smoking section in Japan. There's no smoking on sidewalks when you're walking because people are so densely packed in. I mean, no one's going to arrest you, but people will give you harsh looks. You can smoke inside, at least until they changed recent laws. Nihon. But if you're in a crowded outdoor location, there is a designated smoking area. The opposite of Canada, where you can't smoke anywhere inside. But if I had to sum up my image of Shibuya, it would be 11 o'clock on a Friday night, out with co-workers, passing a Japanese girl that drank too much, vomiting on the sidewalk, because she has to get the alcohol out of her system before last train at 11:30. Shibuya also has endless restaurants. You could spend the rest of your life here and never run out of options. It also has a lot of places to get drunk. I got stuck there my first day because I missed the last train, and I discovered bars. I don't even think they ever closed, or at least they're open till 5 in the morning. And Shibuya is also the center for art cinema in Tokyo. It has multiple small movie theaters. Some may have only 1 or 2 screens. One of them, in a cultural complex called the Bunkamura, plays obscure European films as well as classic Japanese fare. And one odd thing is that over in North America, a huge comedy, like say The Hangover or Ghostbusters, will have a huge audience. But in Japan, it plays at an art film theater because the jokes don't translate. That said, Shibuya is one of the major hubs for culture in Tokyo. It's crowded, but one great thing is that you can move as fast or as slow as you want through the crowds. The word of the day. The word of the day is Nihon. It means Japan in Japanese, and it's always good to know how to say where you are the way the locals do. So if you want to remember this word, feel free to watch this video 10 more times and repeat along with me. At least that's what I do. Next time. So that's it until next time, when it's time for our part 2 of our journey to Shibuya and what to do if you find yourself in the pink district. So until then, sayonara.